Welcome back, everyone, for another episode of the reality show girl. And a secret, better keep it. This one is the better lock it in your pocket, taking this one to the grave. Welcome back, everyone.
Oh my God, if anyone's listening for the first time, they're like, what did I just press play on?
Please stay. Please
I
stay.
promise.
Please stay. It's going to get better, I think.
Unclear.
Guys, we're going to be talking about the last episode of, episode 2 of both things. Mm-hmm. ABC's Dancing with the Stars and ABC's Golden Bachelorette.
We are a part of ABC programming.
I know, seriously. ABC, sponsor us.
Honestly.
But before we get into any of that, shall we go over some housekeeping?
Housekeeping. Oh my God. If you made it past that crazy ass intro, then hopefully you like us enough. You know, maybe, whatever. And you want to... whatever. Maybe you want to rate us 5 stars, comment, subscribe, do all the things on our socials, reality show girls. Help get our stuff trending on TikTok and Instagram. Instagram is a hard nut to crack. Yeah. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, it's really weird. Instagram's algorithms have always been something that I've never understood.
No.
But
that's all right. But we're having a fun, dandy old time just producing our content and such. I don't know why I have my country accent on now. We are not doing well. Okay. Anyway, so do everything that you can to help support the podcast, and we will greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Oh my God. So let's just get into it.
Let's get
into it. Do you have any updates before we get to the juicy stuff?
I just had
what's going on in life? Yeah.
Oh shit. Should I share the news about my date?
Oh my God. I totally forgot about this. I blocked it out.
Well, I kind of went into a depression afterwards.
Girl, we've all been having I'll get into my depression after, but you go first.
I don't know. Something's in the air, guys. I really was ready to put myself back out on the streets of New York City.
We talked about it last week.
And we talked about it last week. Remember the Moroccan man, all this, my therapist, all of those things. I think the universe is crazy in this way where it's like you think one thing and then you're just like, it humbles you immediately.
Oh, yeah.
So did I go on a date? No, I didn't go on a date. I didn't even skim the surface. What was this? Saturday night? Monday night?
Maybe.
Friday night?
Well,
Sunday
first,
night.
I think they only knew about Moroccan Man, right? The people.
Yeah, Moroccan Man was that was I think we talked about him because he just messaged me right when we started to record the pod last.
Yeah.
But let me just sum it up like this. There was 2 prospects I was talking to. Moroccan Man seemed good until literally after we recorded the podcast. He was like, let's do a trip together. No, I'm not doing a trip because I'm not doing it. Yeah. He was just flirty.
Funny.
Yeah. I was flirty banter. And I was just okay, yeah. But when are we going to get a drink is the real question. I said something along the lines of that because and then he was just didn't respond. And then I was okay, I guess that ended. That was so weird. What was the point of messaging me if you weren't going to plan to meet up is my thing. It's I'm not sitting here and texting you. I'm not a person that's going to sit and text all day.
I think
there has to be a plan. If the plan isn't in motion after a quick banter moment, usually I don't even like a quick banter. I just let's meet. Perfect. So that didn't happen. So I was okay, whatever. I do that. Then he responds the next day. I'm oh my God. He's when are you free? Whatever. So I'm blah, 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 blah. And he's great. Let's do Friday as in tomorrow.
Oh, you talking about this coming Friday?
Yeah. As in tomorrow, Friday.
Yeah.
And I was that's a week away. I just don't feel that's going to fly. And then he asked for my Instagram. I gave him my Instagram. Doesn't follow me. Doesn't
Yeah, that's so weird. Why would you ask for the Instagram and not follow? Or at least give a like. At least start liking a post or something.
And listen, my Instagram isn't perfect, but it's pretty perfect.
I mean,
dare I say it's pretty perfect, not just perfect, but it's pretty perfect. I don't know. It was just a weird interaction. So I was just I just don't understand the point of that. Mind you, I was let me just give this other balding man a chance. I'm gonna come for him because he came for me. This man's balding. He's not cute. We can say he's not cute now because he was kind of cute, but he's not cute anymore.
He was kind of cute, but we were definitely making him cuter because he was a prospect. You know what I mean?
Yes. Everyone was being like, oh, he's cute. And I was like, everyone said that about the last.
He was a fixer-upper. That's what I called him.
Yeah, he just didn't have swagger.
He had potential. We always have guys.
But he was potential. A medium guy. I was going after the medium kings because I was like the queen of the king of medium kings. I was for them, and I don't know if I'm for them anymore. But essentially he's like, let's get drinks tomorrow, and I'm like, I have to run 10 miles because I hate myself. But can we do that night, Sunday night, whatever, random drinks Sunday night? But it's New York. You can have drinks whenever. That's my thing. He's like, great. And I'm like, great. So my friend Greer and I, shout out to Greer, we went to this happy hour that I think we told you about, but it was great. It's in the Upper West Side. I won't gatekeep. It's called the Granola Bar. Okay, guys? They have happy hour.
But they don't have any granola bars, right?
I think there is like a parfait moment, but like literally the Brussels are good. The fries are good. They have like little sliders, little chicken sliders.
Okay.
Yummy, yummy, yummy.
Not the ASMR.
Sorry, ASMR. You guys owe me like $5 extra for that. But yeah, so it's a really great place in the Upper West Side. It's near Jacob's Pickles. If you gallivant around the area, it's like 87th. It's great in Amsterdam. Anyways, they have a happy hour like every day at like 2 to 6 every day, and it is bomb. Like Greer's Aperol Spritz was like the size of my hand. I have a big hand for my stature. It was like this big.
Okay.
So anyways, get to the point. So I'm sitting there and I was just like, before I left, I even told Whitney, I was like, this date isn't going to happen. She's like, what are you talking about? I was like, it's not going to happen. Why did I manifest this date not happening? I think I didn't want to have it. Okay.
Yeah, that could be the thing.
Yeah.
You put it out into the universe.
I did. I just had a feeling that it wasn't going to happen.
Of course. Everyone, there's always that gut feeling that you have to, your instincts know.
I guess, but like,
there is that thing
my gut instinct is so motherfucking right. Like, is so on the nose.
Mm-hmm.
On the tip of the nose. I swear my gut instinct is always right. It's always right. So I'm just like, it's not going to happen. Greer's like, Whitney's like, shut up, go. And I'm like, okay. So I'm going to get drinks at the granola bar with Greer before to pregame because obviously I cannot be sober when I go meet this man because I literally can't be sober anytime I go on a date. So that's another issue for another day. But nonetheless, we're sat there. I get we're talking. We're trying to waste time a little bit because he like pushed back another 30 minutes. And that's what got me.
That was like, the first sign.
That was the first sign. He had to push back the time. 30 minutes. I said, sure.
I was like, 30 minutes is it. Any more and you're done.
Sally sells seashells by the seashore. And I said, sure.
Where is this going?
I don't know. Just come on the ride.
You got to the shore. I was like, what?
Yeah, I got to the shore eventually, but
anyway.
I say sure. He says, great. See ya then. Also, the texting was fucking weird as shit.
Yeah.
Not to fucking judge the texting, but he's like abbreviating things that don't need to be abbreviated. He was like, GL tomorrow on your run. The fuck? GL. Just say good luck.
GL?
Who says G? If you say GL, GTFO.
Okay. Wait,
That's
now we're
crazy.
going to be like that song by Bella from Disney Channel. TTYL. I don't remember what it is.
She's also dyslexic, so that really did not help anybody.
Oh, God.
TTYNEW.
Anyway. So he's pushing back the time.
I'm sat there at the granola bar getting drunk as fuck. And I get a text. Greer goes to the bathroom. I get a text from him.
He like knew you were alone and then he decided to
I swear he's like fucking stalking me, this motherfucker.
Yeah, he's actually watching from a distance.
I forgot his name.
That's okay.
Oh no, I remember it now.
I should know. I looked up at his entire history.
I know. Whitney searched him.
Maybe find
he
you
saw
anywhere.
that we searched him.
Hey. I mean, I don't have a LinkedIn. Y'all LinkedIn profiles, you should take them down.
That's crazy because you can see who views your LinkedIn. You can't like take it off. But
that's only if they have a LinkedIn account, correct?
Yes. Because
like,
if you didn't have an account, what would it say?
Yeah, so I don't have one. And I don't need to see everything. I get what I need.
Yeah, we saw that one picture and I said, is he balding?
There's products for that. There's toupees. Have you seen those on TikTok? They're
I
my
know.
favorite thing to watch.
I know,
Oh,
but
I
like
love
this
it.
man had nothing going for him at this point.
He should totally get one.
So
Look
he
into it.
texts me and he says, so sorry to do this last minute. I think I have food poisoning. I mean, not me memorizing the text. I think I have food poisoning from sweet green. First off, the fuck? Why are you putting sweet green through the ringer for that?
Right?
I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of sweet. Hot take. So sorry, all you New York City people that are gonna come for me. Sweet green's not that good.
I've never even had it yet.
Girl, it's so average. I always get indigestion, acid reflux.
Well,
acid reflux.
He clearly had some indigestion.
Apparently he got food poisoning from sweet green.
Allegedly.
If you don't know, sweet green is like a lunch spot in New York. Like everyone goes to sweet green. Like everyone's like, I'm going to sweet green. It's like a salad place. This is really average. And the salads are like $13. It's criminal. It's criminal. Prison. Prison.
What's that from?
I don't know.
It's not from something?
I don't think so.
Huh. I think I'm just thinking of Wendy Williams. Sounds like something she would say.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think Wendy Williams probably did say it. Prison. Prison time. Prison. So he has food poisoning from sweet green. What do I say back? Nothing. Nothing. I don't fucking say anything. I block him. I block him on everything. Block, 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 block. Bitch, you don't have food poisoning from sweet green.
Show me proof.
Like I want to send a video of you throwing up.
Yeah. I wish we would have texted, show me proof.
Anyways, what do you guys think? Do you think he really had food poisoning? I don't think.
Leave it in the comments below. What do you think?
Yeah, put food poisoning or GTFO. So anyways, I didn't go on the date. The Moroccan man has not followed me, and I deleted Hinge. I was on Hinge for all of 2 days.
Oh my God. I just think, I was watching Rachel Recchia?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to say her last name. I was watching her on a podcast.
And they were basically,
former Bachelorette. And she was just talking about like the same thing. Like, I just think dating in this age, dating in this time, it's like almost next to impossible. Like the
it's like, it's either 30 plus people that don't want to commit, or it's just that. It's just like in the city, I think men think they just have so many options. It's like on to the next, on to the next, on to the next. And it's just like on to the what?
Yeah.
And the who.
And the whole taxi theory thing. It's just like at some point their taxi light is going to come on, and whoever's happens to be right in front of them is who they're going to commit to.
I truly believe that with most men in the city. I believe that's a thing.
It's not even in the city. I think it's everywhere.
I think it's definitely everywhere. But like, I think, so I feel like we can say this because we're both from the South. So I think we can both say this because most of our friends from our hometowns and like my family members are either in a very committed relationship and are going to get married soon, or already married and have kids.
Yeah.
Like, it's really just, I'm surrounded by that. Like, I'm like Eleni's up in the city. She's never going to find a husband. I'm like, okay, guys, let's
simmer down.
Simmer down over there. But it's very much, I think very much like in a city, you see it a little bit more, but let's be honest, it's everywhere.
But I think it's just like a man's mentality, unfortunately.
And I don't want to say that about everyone. I'm sure I know my person's out there somewhere. God help him. God help him. He's out there. He's lost. So am I.
And I don't, at this point, I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. I say that and I just see, I don't even like I see so much mist that I'm like, I don't even.
There's so much fog.
There's so much fog.
And I don't know if Edward Cohn's going to come out from the fog or not, you know?
Yeah.
It's just really unfortunate. And I just feel like because of social media and everything like that, it's just like, it's just so hard to actually have a real connection with people, you know?
I know. I feel like we talk about this a lot, but I think it's genuinely like such a ongoing thing.
It's like an epidemic.
And the stories are funny, but like, did I go home and like cry a little bit? Yeah, I cried.
Yeah,
I'm a bad bitch and I cried. What about it?
Bad bitches cry. And what?
Bad bitches shed a tear. And what did we watch? We Are the World.
Yeah.
That's right.
You guys watching We Are the World? Mm-hmm. The original and
the
2.0,
the Haiti.
which I had never actually seen, and I was like,
really crazy.
And I was like, why is Julianne Hough in this? How did she make the cut?
I don't know how she made the cut.
Ugh, anyway.
Oh gosh, yeah. But I mean, Greer came over afterwards, we smoked. I felt a little bit, but we were really drunk. So it probably was best that I didn't see another human, because the happy hour really snuck up on both of us. And then we just kind of we're just like, whatever, let's just chill. And we did. And I was a little upset, but whatever. Like it is what it is.
We keep moving. We keep moving. We keep going forward.
I officially did it. I heard back from all my callbacks to that exciting week I had a couple of weeks ago. Officially check mark that I didn't get any of the jobs, although I was in the final moments of this call. So I'm not a person that usually likes to get feedback ever, because I don't do well with criticism.
The first step is acknowledging it.
I mean, it's true. I don't do well with it. I already know what I need to work on. Don't tell me. It's a lot of things. So don't remind me. But my agent reached out to the casting, and they literally were just like, "Oh, she was great."
There's just a lot of great options, basically.
Yeah.
Right?
It was just she's great, but there was great options. So I was like, but what was it?
I think it literally could be down to the smallest nitty gritty thing.
I really think it was my height.
Yeah.
They hate short queens. I've never called myself that. That was weird.
Take it back.
I'm taking it back. I feel like I'm a medium queen.
No.
Okay.
That's all right.
All right. I've said enough. Whitney?
Yeah? You want to know what's going on with me?
Sure.
I don't even know. There's not a lot happening here. Oh,
we're just... to any crazy people?
No.
It's kind of been a weird week.
It's been, I think I'm in my depression era right now.
We also both were sick.
That's the thing. That's what happened to me. I was like, I don't know what I did. Yeah, I got sick last week, and just haven't really done anything. Just been sad and working despite being sick, and trying to get over this cold. No one really cares about this, but I get colds so much.
You do.
All the time.
You do.
And it's really annoying. And so I've always gotten antibiotics for it, but you're not really the more you take antibiotics, the more susceptible you are, because then you can't build your own immune system. Mm-hmm. So I was like, I'm not going to the doctor this time. I'm just going to rough it out. And
you go to the doctor every time you get a cold?
Not every time, but I have, because I have to do a show. I have to you know what I mean? I'm I have to
do a play.
I have to do the play. And so I have to get better. You know what I mean? And so it's okay, those measures, I'm okay, shoot me up with something.
But there's no play yet.
Yeah, there's no play right now. So I was you know what? Let me just take the time now to get better on my own. And I'm still a little congested, you can probably tell. But it went over pretty fast. Usually, if I don't take antibiotics, I have a cold for about 2 weeks. But this was only a week. And so I'm really proud of myself. I'm proud of you, immune system. I'm proud of you.
Yeah, I thought I felt better. And then this morning I woke up and I was like, ugh.
Yeah, you got to take I'm just realizing I have to take stuff habitually. Even if I'm not sick, I still have to take everything.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, it's really so everyone take care of your health.
Especially, it's cold and flu season's coming up.
It sure is. Get your flu shot, get your COVID shot again, because guess what? It's still there.
Yeah, well, I know.
And I had to film a self-tape. Filming a self-tape while you're sick is crazy. When you're doing your slate and hi, my name is Whitney. I'm available for the callback.
I'm available for the callback, but I also have COVID, so I don't know.
It's crazy time. I'm oh God, but we did it. And I think being sick, and then, maybe TMI, but my period started, and that was
your period?
Crazy. And so that's when my true depression starts. And I spiraled yesterday. Oh. I had a coffee. I was on a high. And then it was Wine Wednesday at work. So I had a wine. And so I took a downer. I had an upper. Then I took the downer. Shit. And it was combating each other. And I was whoa, what's happening? This was yesterday. That's why I came in yesterday and I was lying on the floor. Because I don't
remember.
So yeah, I was on a downer. And my Snapchat memories came up. And you see the past. And you get even more down, and you start thinking what am I doing with my life? And I'm like, how did I get here? But then you're like, but I've done so many great things. But I'm also like, I don't know. You notice you just start spiraling. It's called a spiral, everyone. And I had it.
It's called a spirulina for a reason.
Yeah.
I think that's very normal. I mean, I think you're doing great, but it's also like we have imposter syndrome, I think, as performers.
Yeah, totally.
So I think we think we're doing so poorly when like really we're not. And it's weird how we convince ourselves into these things. Like, I swear, like, I'm going to be alone for the rest of my life. I'm never going to book anything. Like, but it's like, that's not true because I am literally making moves and I know I'm going forward and people are telling me that I'm doing the right things, but I like don't believe it.
Yeah. Yes.
And that's like the same with you. It's like but it's like, I don't know.
Yeah, it's like you there are things that are going well and you are progressing, but like there's like you just see all this other stuff that you're like, oh, I could do so much better in all these other areas.
We fixate on the like things that at least we're aware. We're aware, bitches.
And that's the first step, being aware.
And that's that's what we're saying for everything.
Yeah, so here's the therapy session for today, everyone. Just be aware.
Just be out there, just be aware, just be present.
If you're out there, be aware.
I mean, I say it all the time in my classes, and I need to like really practice what I preach.
You're so, you be preaching in class. Yeah. And I'm like,
but I black out. Like, it's like, I literally know that I'm saying good things to people and I know people are motivated. And in fact, sometimes I'm literally like, damn, like I should listen to what I say sometimes. But that's something I always preach in my classes. Like, please just let everything go for this moment and just be really present in the work that you're doing. Because I think we all are not present. I think we all fixate on the past or worry about the future too much.
Yes. Oh my God. Sorry.
Girl, give me my license.
Full circle moment. We talked, this is so random, but that was like sort of like the basis of what we were talking about for when we did a little night music.
Yeah.
Because it's all focusing on the past or the future and people are never in the present. So.
And people are never in the present. People are never. I think it's good to be like, I have things to look forward to and I have goals and stuff. Yeah. And then like, yes, of course. But very often do we actually become really present in what we're doing currently and are content.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
so wow. I teach these are the times I teach.
Oh my God.
Not me plugging
Check
myself.
her Instagram, okay?
Check my Instagram out. No. But anyways, it's been one of those weeks
I digress. Another thing that did make me weep, but not in a bad way. A Court of Rose and Thorns. I have to talk about it real quick.
Oh, sure.
Okay. This series, I'll tell you, when I started it, I was like, oh my God, this is so boring. I don't get the hype. How does anyone get through this? But once you get through those first like 3-4 chapters, y'all, you're in. You're hooked. Now I just finished the 3rd book. And when I tell you the ending of that book, I was constantly crying. But just because of like tears of joy, tears of sadness, shock, like actual shock, and then tears of joy and sadness all over again. I was just like, oh my God. I went on a whole roller coaster of emotions sitting right here in this spot on the couch alone. And I was weeping. And then Eleni came home and I was like, I was just crying. So I would just recommend that as a book for everyone to read. Yeah, there's some spicy fairy corn. Honestly, that's not even like the point of the book. Like literally everything outside of that is so good. And it needs to be a series. It needs to be a TV series, not a movie. I think it should be a series. Because it would do great, but they would probably ruin it. So yeah, I just had to mention that. So yeah, let's get into all the other stuff. What do you say?
Yeah, let's go over it. I think so I have a lot of things to say about Dancing with the Stars. First and foremost, it has probably been the most watched premiere. I think they even said it on the show. This has been the most watched premiere in like a while. Like people are really tuning in this season to Dancing with the Stars. It is like kind of resurged. The show itself. I don't know what it is. I think it's like the names. I really don't know what it is.
I think it's because like Joey kind of resurged The Bachelor.
Yeah.
I do think
Joey
part
has
of it.
A really big,
and I think the gymnasts are a part of it too because they've been so relevant.
The Olympics, Alona.
And it's weird to say because I was just like, why was Anna Delvey on here at all? But I looked at her. She has over 1 million followers on Instagram. And I was like,
That's
what?
right. You said that. She had like a big following.
And so I was like, are they just watching but not voting?
I
don't know.
understand why ABC would make that move, because I think they genuinely thought that it was going to be a big screen grab and not as negative as it's come out. But then I'm like, really? You didn't think it was going to be negative?
Literally.
Like, poor Ezra.
Yeah.
His first year as a pro, they fucking
He
fucked
really
him over.
like handled it the best he could.
He handled it so well. But anyways, okay, let's start from the top. Overall, week 2,
Emmy night
theme. So we have weird theme, but like
it's basically movie themes, right?
It's like movie themes. Who started?
Jen was the first to go.
Jen went first with Sasha. They had like a music issue where
the music wasn't playing like on the dance floor.
She
for like the first like 8 or 16 counts.
It's like half the which is like literally half the
literally
half the dance at that point, because it's
and
like,
I could like tell because like they were ahead of the music at first, but then once they like got in hold, I think the music was on by then and they got
Jen
back together.
Isn't the worst. We have like a couple flopolinas on the
I think
ballroom.
Everyone's pretty mediocre.
Yeah, I think
this
it's
is probably
hard
the most mediocre cast.
Chandler is the only one that is like comes from a dance background and is like giving that energy.
Yeah.
Other than that, everyone is very mediocre. So it's kind of fun to watch. I think.
Yeah.
What was up with Derek Huff? I kind of was living for it though.
Derek Huff was on one. Okay. And
Derek was like, I'm going to have to judge fairly. It's week 2. He's like, I'm really cracking down. It's week 2. I'm like, Derek Huff.
Week 2.
Week 2.
Do you hear what you're saying? It's week 2.
He was funny with his judging.
But honestly, they needed to, because I feel like Carrie Ann was judging too nicely.
Carrie Ann always judges with her heart. Bruno does the just what you think
standard,
and then Derek is actually judging correctly. Like, I have to give it to Derek. Derek is my favorite judge.
I mean, he's taking over Len Goodman. I mean, doing what Len Goodman would do in honor of him.
And the thing is, you have to give respect to Derek Huff because he's still dancing as well. I always had a problem with like teachers and professors like in college that would give me like critiques, and I'd be like, oh, sorry, are you currently auditioning right now? That's what I thought. You miss one season and you get behind. Like, you have to be, if you're currently performing and currently in the audition season or currently in the ballroom scene, it's like he's very present within that space and he's judging it. So I respect what he has to say to them. Respect to Derek Huff. Put some respect on Derek Huff's name.
But
Stan.
His scores were making
crazy.
me
So
laugh.
anyways, back to Jin and Sasha. You know,
Jin
job well done.
She is a bouncing noodle. That's what I wrote down. She's a bouncing noodle, but she just needs to control that somehow. And then I think she will be so much better. But I don't think that's possible for her.
I don't think she's going to improve very much. Like, I don't see her being like, I want this. Like,
no, she's
very
totally
much
there to have fun.
She's just there to have fun. She's like going to make it.
And she needs to just have fun after the traumatic things she just went through. So.
And can I just say, like, a little side tangent? Why is Jonathan, if y'all saw this, on Jonathan's Instagram, he made a whole, like, Instagram reel about Jin's dresses because he, like, judged her dresses. He's doing, like, an updated list every week about Jin's dresses. He's going to do it
every week?
Yes, that's what he said. He's like, I'll update you guys next week.
Oh, gosh.
He's like, everyone's asking me where her first night dress stands. And he's just like, it's so like Jonathan.
He's riding the wave right now. He is riding that wave.
A little too much.
It's a little cringe, but you know, do what you got to do to make your bag. Okay.
Whatever. Anyways, side tangent. Who was next?
Next was Eric and Britt, and that was something.
Girl.
That was something, y'all. You know what? He literally can't move. He was in a car accident. He was in a coma. So the fact that
it's horrible.
I know.
It's horrible.
The fact that he's moving at all is great. But honestly,
Whitney, this is crazy.
I had to look it up because I was like, what happened?
This is really bad. Really awful.
It was, and Derek.
Stop. Derek, stop. I really like Derek Huff is literally coming for this man. He's so old. He doesn't know what's happening.
So Derek was trying his best. He's just like, it's an honor to have you on our floor. Like, you're so amazing, but I have to judge fairly. And he puts his score out. He says, respectfully, a 4.
4.
I was watching while I was at work. I was cleaning the bikes. He said that and I was like, ah! other girl working with me, she was like, "What's wrong?" I was like, Derek just gave her.
Just gave him before. She's like, girl, I thought
she's like, what?
Fell off.
Literally.
It's that serious.
It is. And I was just like, what? And I mean, like, also I was like, why is Carrie Ann bringing her own pain into this? I was like, okay.
That's what I'm saying. Carrie Ann always has to have some sort of
I know what it's like
to
have chronic pain. And I was like, you know what? I guess tell your story too. But this is also his moment. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Hannah Montana, and that was it. No, kidding. Heard that video of her resurfacing.
Y'all seen her on Hannah Montana? A 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah.
Then, oh my God, then it was Anna Delvey. And
Ezra.
I think she like asked them to like give her a better outfit. Cause I will say her night one dress outfit combo thing was awful. It was awful. It looked like it was from Party City. So she said this week, you will give me all the crystals, all the feathers. And they did. So she looked great standing still. But the movement, she's also a noodle. She's a noodle.
Is, I just wonder if she tried, if she could have been good.
Absolutely.
Because that was her not trying. And she's like on Jin's level. You know? She was on Jin and like Tori's level. You know?
I mean, not even like, no, I think she's lower than them. Like, I just think there's a whole part of her body that she doesn't even use. Does that make sense? Yeah. I wrote down, it's like she's filled with air. Like she's just air. She's
just painfully unaware of her surroundings. Some people are just really, they're not in tune with their surroundings. They don't know.
Not the surroundings, just their body, their being.
They're not in their body.
They're not in their body.
I think I say that oh my gosh, Ashley and I always say this about people. This is bad, but like just being a fitness instructor, like I see so many people a day and I see so many people that are just so unaware. It's not like they're doing anything bad. It's just, they're just painfully unaware. And as a person, like as a dancer and as someone who just like is always
you
on, like it's seeing someone who's like not in their body is just like very jarring. It's like, how are you not in your body? Like get in your body, girl, get in it.
Yeah, I'm saying this and I'm sometimes probably not doing the right thing either.
No, but you're in your body. Like you understand.
Yeah, but like there's just a whole thing that she doesn't, it's not connected. It's literally there's this synapse, whatever.
Yeah, and that's like a thing. That's definitely a thing. So goodbye.
Yeah. Spoiler alert, she's going home.
She got off.
And I think let's just talk about it. So like she ends up going home.
Yeah.
Her and Tori, which was a bit of a surprise for Tori to leave, but like also a stick.
It's whatever. I thought one of the old people were gonna leave.
Yeah. But like, oh my God, I just cannot believe Julianne is like, what will you take away from doing this show? And she just goes, nothing. I was shook. I was like, what do you mean nothing? Like this exactly like personifies everything of what we've all been thinking about you, and you just confirmed it that like why were you put on this show when you don't even give two shits about it?
She was like heavily bullied online. I just don't like I said, I think AVC thought it was going to be better than it was, and I mean like, you really just got more hate for the girl. I didn't even really know Anna Delvey that well before all this. Like I knew of her, but like now it's just like you put her on a platform and like you gain, all she gained was a bunch of haters.
Yeah.
Like, cause I didn't even.
I mean, but there is this not weird, but like there's a whole section of people that love her. They love how she doesn't care. They love that she said nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but like, I think it's just still weird. And I think it's just disrespectful to really Ezra.
Yeah. Like the least she could have said was that what did she like take away from this? She got to meet Ezra.
Dance with Ezra or something. And Ezra has handled himself so well. I'm sure he'll be back next season. I can't imagine.
I would love to get the tea on how he actually feels about it all. Because of course he has to be supportive of her, and maybe he does like her. Maybe he likes the sass, and you know what I mean.
I think he maybe does, but I think it's like.
But it's also
sure
like
he's not happy about how that went.
No,
because it was his. Usually, when it's their first time, they get someone who's like definitely middle of the ground. So I really think they thought she was going to go a little bit farther.
Yeah,
I really do.
Yeah.
But anyways, sorry.
Bad.
Let's go back to the order of things.
Yeah, so after that was your favorite dude, Danny. Is that his name?
Guys, why do I love Danny and Whitney? That dance was like, I was like, oh, it's getting hot in here.
What?
It's getting hot in here.
I just find him so mediocre.
He improved,
I find him so average.
He's already improved.
He was fine.
He was sashaying across the floor. His
like
hold was good.
Roll his shoulders back.
Sure. Oh, sure. He's like not a dancer. No one is, but usually the football players really do have a good grasp on it. He's still kind of hunched over. He's not used to being present and long neck, giraffe neck, long spine, but he's already made improvements.
Yeah.
And Whitney's a great teacher.
Thank you. No, I'm just kidding. I feel like he's definitely like one of the better dancers.
He's middle of the pack that could potentially pop off.
Yeah.
He's in that category.
For sure. But I just
love him. I don't know why. I just love him. I just love his energy. I don't know what about it.
What energy? I feel like there's nothing in there. He's also giving a bit of an airhead.
But I know I'm not alone because I literally saw people like me on TikTok. Like there's a group of us.
Oh yeah, there is.
There's a group of us.
He's just not I guess I just don't find him that attractive. So yeah. I know that's crazy for me to base it off.
Yeah.
Looks. But
you're roasting this man.
Sorry. I just think it's the neck. It's the neck. There's no neck. He does
have a little shoulder
neck to head. Okay. But anyway, so oh my God, then it's my favorite guy.
No, please.
I'm literally gonna cry thinking about him right now.
Stop. There's a side of TikTok like this too. You're on that side and I'm on Danny's side.
I'm literally not well. I think I feel like he's a family member of mine, and
Whitney is shedding a tear for this man.
I'm emotional right now, you guys. I'm on my period. Okay. No, it just okay. It's Mr. Reginald
and Emma Slater.
And he still can't dance, you guys. But he made it. I feel like he made his own personal improvement.
His lines? He had lines.
Yeah, he had lines from his movie Die Hard, and
which he was in.
Yes, he was in that movie. And it was just so sweet and so adorable. I don't know what it's just because like I was thinking about other homeboy who like literally has gone through so much and is still moving his body, and just seeing him like doing the same thing, and it just reminds me of like my own family. Like they have their own issues and stuff too, and it's just like oh my God, it's so nice to see these people just moving and still being able to do things, and you're just like that's gonna be me one day. I'm so sorry, guys. This is an emo episode, but.
No, it really is. It's heartwarming.
So wholesome. It's wholesome.
It really is so wholesome to watch him dance. But like homeboy,
he can dance. He can.
The man can't even turn his head to the right. He can't move. Let's be honest. And Derek Koff is really like 4 for respectfully 4 because it was not good. Was the dancing good? No. Was the choreography good? No. There was a car. He had some lines. He served.
The props. Did you see something fall from the background?
Something was falling.
I was like, what was that? Is
something
that a
was
dead
falling.
Body?
There was a dead body. He had lines. Derek Huff said 4. And the man is here another week.
And he made it. I was like, no way.
He is starting to get like a big following because everyone loves. How the fuck are you not going to love him? Like,
he's so
I mean,
cute.
Respectfully, coming from like a dance, I really tried to look at the dance and judge it there, but it's like it's hard to judge the dance.
All I can say is he had more content and he didn't stand in one spot this time, so
he had more content. There was improvement.
Yes,
there was improvement.
As Carrie Ann said, that his personal 10.
I was just about to say that. Like Carrie Ann does make a good point. She's like, everyone has a different 10, and like you made improvements, and Carrie Ann, you're right, and I agree with that.
But was it a 4? Something correct.
Was it a 4?
Yeah.
Respectfully, yes, it was.
Yes.
Moving on.
Okay.
Not you crying over him.
I love him.
Reggie.
So then there's Steven, who's also so adorable. He did Paso Doble to the Superman theme song.
Yeah.
Because everyone called him Superman doing his thing on the pommel horse when he took off them glasses. And
he really is that.
He's full of energy. Definitely goes full out with everything. He just needs to like be more grounded and like more.
I don't know if he's made any like huge improvements. No. I think we're really gonna like, because we never saw really any improvements with Harry either. So I don't like to say it's a reflection on Riley, but some of those pros are like, they're teachers as well. They're excellent teachers. Like Jenna is a great teacher. Danielle is a great teacher. Pasha's a great teacher. Val's a great teacher. Whitney's a good teacher. not only are they great choreographers and performers, they're just able to communicate to non-dancers very well because they're just
right.
Riley's 19. So
she's still learning herself.
She's a child out here. So it's going to be interesting to see. But I do love that she is having like a better season. She's with someone like positive, and obviously there's no romantic thing between them. And it's just going to be like a very positive journey for her.
Oh my God. Okay. Then it's our favorite boy, Mr. Joey.
Yeah.
Doing the rumba. And you didn't like it, but I really enjoyed it. I feel like for someone who's not a dancer at all, doing a rumba, I thought he handled it very well.
The rumba is the most exposing non-dancer dance, if that makes sense. It really exposes that someone cannot dance. I feel like with the jive, cha-cha, even tango, like you can kind of finesse it. The rumba, you cannot be missing things. And like, it's just a very exposing dance. I think he did well with it.
Yeah.
But it definitely, I wouldn't say it was a big improvement.
I mean, I just think he's doing well. I think
he's going to go. I think he's going.
I do think that he's able to learn things, and he's like able to, you know what I mean? Yeah. What am I trying to say?
He's picking things up.
He's picking things up.
He's picking things up. Yeah. Jenna's putting it down. He's picking it up. And it was good. And I love that he was like.
What did Bruno call him? Silky.
Oh, he said this. Oh, what did he say?
Oh, God.
Silky Slinky.
Mr. Slinky Silky.
Yeah, he said Slinky Silky.
Yeah.
Because he's in his silk.
He's in the silk outfit.
I loved when he said that.
Chest exposed.
I love that he like didn't know how to be like pretend to be like not sexual or
yeah, he's like, he obviously he doesn't do PDA. You know what I mean? That's what I was giving.
And he's just like, only Kelsey. Like he's like, I don't know. And like Val had to come in and be like, touch my wife.
I approve. It's okay.
It was cute.
Yeah,
I love that little, and it's just more content that just makes Joey look even better. We just love Joey.
We love Joey, okay? And then it was Phaedra and Val.
I love Phaedra.
Phaedra is literally just living in her own world. She's
Phaedra
also
and Jen are on the same level of like they don't care that much, but they're just having fun.
Totally.
But she kind of improved.
Everyone was loving it. Carrie-Anne was like, oh my God, that was amazing.
And Derek and now it's going to be a bit that Derek Huff has like a
Derek
crush
is like
on Phaedra.
flirting with Phaedra. I'm like, okay. Also, Val, oh my God, at the end of the number, he was like kissing her neck.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, if that were me.
That turn he did to the floor, I was there like, oh my God.
Literally.
Val is so fine. I'm Team Val over Team Gleb. I'll say it all day.
I'm team when Val has no hair gel and he's wearing his natural curly hair, then I'm Team Val. But when it's slicked back, I'm Team Gleb.
I'm always Team Val. I have to say it.
I'm tired of that slick back. Get rid of it.
I love him.
Then it was Dwight and Daniela. That height difference, y'all. It's crazy.
They can't even do the hold. But they did a good,
compromise.
They did it as best as they could. So
she's
their hold
basically
is
just
going to be forearms.
at his elbows. Like, that's where it ends.
Yeah. They're just doing forearm to forearm, essentially, both of them. So it's an interesting... She doesn't need really any support, so she'll be fine. It's more so him preventing him hunching too much, I think. That's the issue.
Yeah.
Daniela doesn't need any. She's perfect. I love her as a dancer. She's just incredible. And her choreography is good. Like, it's just clean. And he really wants to be there. You can tell.
Yeah, he's having fun with it.
He like wants to work. He's like, I'm here. Coach is here. It's like calling Danielle coach. Like it's cute.
It's fun. It's good times.
His knee pad, his knees hurt. His back's breaking from all the lifting.
Yeah.
They're gonna do well.
Yes. Then it's the couple of the season, Brooks and Gleb, and oh my God, saw a TikTok. Someone recorded them backstage, like in kissing. Their little dressing area, and they were kissing. So obviously, it's the real deal.
TikToks everywhere. I sent you another one too, where she's just like his hand. It's weird though. I don't know if you guys noticed this, but she's like way all over him, and he's just kind of like letting it happen.
I mean, he kind of leans into it too, though. Like all those TikToks that they make, like he's like hands on the waist,
Yeah. But it's definitely a little more so from Brooke's side.
She's totally just leaning into it.
and it's
enjoying
really
every bit of
weird
it.
because it's like they're obviously like hooking up. It's just weird that we're already on week 2 and it's like out, like that they're like a couple.
Yeah.
Because they're even the judges started insinuating it week 1. So it's just like, what is this?
I mean, I feel like that's just what happens whenever with Gleb's partner.
Yeah.
Unless it's like an old woman like it was last time. But
yeah. But
that's just, there's always one couple that they choose to do like, oh, are you guys dating? Or is something gonna happen?
It was Riley and Harry, and now it's
and like when it was Hannah Brown and Alan when they were together.
Yeah.
It was Gleb and someone else, and it happens. It happens.
Cleo was it? I always mention Chriselle. I hate that Chriselle was on the show.
Yeah, but her dance was like fine. It was 9 to 5.
Yeah.
She just was kind of hopping all over the place. I was like, oh. She's more of a refined noodle. That's what I wrote.
Yeah.
She's still a noodle.
She's still a noodle. She's still in the noodle category.
Yes. Oh my God. And then they ended it with Alona and Alan doing time of...
That is going to go down.
Had the time of my life.
Literally Dirty Dancing. They do the version of the lift where he basically places her on his shoulder. So, which was just smart choices were made by Alan.
Yeah.
He does the lift with her, and then she immediately does the lift with him. That had me just screaming because I'm just like, fucking genius.
Yeah.
Fucking genius.
Because like everyone online was like, oh, she should lift him in the iconic lift.
Yeah.
But I like that he didn't do that.
Yeah.
For like the iconic lift, he kept it the classic way that he did it for her. And
because
honestly,
it was hyped up because we all thought low key that was going to happen. But then instead, that other lift is more impressive.
It's really hard. It looked crazy.
That lift is harder to do.
He basically like flipped her, and then it's like she flipped him. And
it's almost like a front walkover. But then you can look it up.
Yes, but I appreciated that he kept the classic because I'll just say, I'm a taller woman, I'm a curvier woman, and I'm like, I don't like when I'm doing dances or anything, when I have to be lifted, I'm scared out of my mind because it's a lot of trust that you have to put into the other person, and I'm heavier than you would think, you know what I mean? And so it's just like, I don't trust any of these boys to lift me up, and so it was so nice.
It's really a thing. Like it definitely is a thing because when you're in a rehearsal, like non-performing people, when you're in a rehearsal setting, you usually see the lift like once. The choreographer will be like, this is the lift now, and then you just do it. There's no and sometimes you just meet the person that day.
Yeah, you don't even know the person.
You don't really know them. And I think back to when I worked at a theater. I met my dance partner that day, and we were immediately doing pretty intense lifts.
Yeah.
And it was like, nice to meet you. I'm literally flipping over you, and I hate going upside down. Mm-hmm. But it's just like, go. So that is a real thing, and
it's terrifying.
It's a real thing.
And then when you feel like, oh, I feel bigger than this person that's lifting me.
Yeah,
it's so scary. And so just scary. To see that doesn't matter, and that he was able to just do it. I was just like, I love seeing that. I love it's the representation that I like to see.
Yes, that's really what it was. It was just representation, but it not only did it make her it showed her masculine and feminine side so well.
Yes, absolutely.
She's strong. She can lift him, but then she was elegantly lifted.
Exactly.
And she held herself beautifully when she was up.
Yeah.
So
but only thing I'll say is after it was over, she was hunched over. She seemed disappointed for some reason. She seemed disappointed.
I think it's just because she's not used to it.
No, totally
I don't think she understood
totally
that what she did was very iconic. And even I think Carrie Ann was like, this is something that we will talk about.
Yeah.
And it is something I will talk about. That was my takeaway from the episode, actually.
Yeah. So I hope that once she's now seen it back, she feels very proud of it.
I hope she does too. And she's obviously going to be there next week. Which is actually not next week. My bad. We are taking a week off because of the presidential debates.
Will Golden Bachelor still be on next week?
I actually don't know. I think so.
Yes.
It is. So Dancing with the Stars, we are going to have a double, which I don't know how they're going to do that, but we have a double on, not next week, but the week after.
They're doing a double?
Yeah, they're having a 2-night. They're having a 2-night
Oh,
special. And then Haley and Derek are going to be performing, which is very exciting because Haley has not been, this is her first time performing on Dancing with the Stars since her accident. So that's going to be very exciting. And yeah. And then the Bachelor is still next week. Speaking of the Bachelorette, the Golden
yeah.
Bachelorette, Joan Vasos.
I guess we never really talked about Tori. I forgot about her.
Oh, I mean, there's nothing to say.
Tori, she did
wasn't
The
good.
Greatest Showman. This is me. And I just am not here for that song.
Okay, but justice for
Pasha.
Pasha.
Oh, did you see Daniela's TikTok though?
Yeah.
When they got eliminated, she could not hide her face that she was so disappointed and sad.
She's mad because, I mean, I will say Pasha has really gotten the short end of the stick. Like, someone put, I forgot what I forgot where I saw this, but it was just like, it was as if, so Daniela and Pasha they competed in World of Dance, which Derek used to judge. That's where Derek found them and put them on Dancing with the Stars, if you didn't know.
I did not know that.
There you go. There's facts. So they've been dancing with each other for years, and then they fell in love. And then, you know, they're married. They have a kid. It's like perfect. But I really feel like it seemed as if like they offered it to Daniela, and Daniela was like, I'm not going to perform unless my husband's with me. It's giving that energy because they give Pasha someone bad. And the man is a great dancer.
Yeah. Was he on it? I thought it was Daniela joined first and then he came on next season.
I thought they came at the same time, but I to be honest, I forgot. We'll probably have to look it up. But
yeah.
Anyways, another because he had like the
He's never
Tiger
had
King
anyone.
girl. He had Carol Baskin. He
usually has like the older people
the
too.
older people. I mean, he had Ariana last season, so
oh yeah.
So
that's
was
kind of his like only.
He had someone else that was good too. He had 2 people that he like went to like the finals with, but he's never won. And I just feel like other people get good people all the time. I don't know.
It's hard to like.
And I feel like he's a little more tenured
divvy it
than he
out.
should.
Mm-hmm.
Same with Britt. Like Britt has only had like, I guess 2 good people too. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know.
Nevertheless, bye Tori, bye
Anna. I do not need to see her anymore.
And the old people still stay.
The old people, look, we look. I'm crying over this old man. We got a bunch of other people I'm about to cry over too.
All these
in
old
the Golden
men.
Bachelorette.
Let's get into the Golden Bachelorette.
So let's talk about that
Week
cold
2,
opening.
Cold opening with Mark.
He's speaking German, asking Joan for a kiss.
And then he kisses her. I was like, why are we showing all of this right now?
Honestly, I'm like, we don't need to do the cold opens. It was like super cool, I guess. Like, it worked, I feel like, on Joey's season for the most part. But, like,
I just feel like they have to keep it on brand. I guess it's just what
I guess so, but also, like, I feel like just do it when it matters.
Yeah, it's like sometimes they force it.
Yes, exactly. I don't know.
Anyways, they opened the scene with the men all excited about the Bachelor Mansion.
Oh, yeah. I was like, I feel like they're like realtors looking at a house. Like,
I know.
just trying to check out the property.
Charles had me laughing so hard. He's like, I'm pretty much the oldest one here, but my health is great. So I could probably go on the top bunk.
Like, oh, don't worry, guys.
He's like, this is so fun. And he's up on the bunk. It's so cute watching them like pick their rooms. And Pascal's like, someone's got to do my laundry.
Like,
Someone's got to
pay you $100 if you do my laundry for me because I do not know how to do the laundry.
And he's like, this closet's too little. Like, I can't.
Like, how can I fit all of my stuff in here?
He's very high maintenance, which was hilarious because all the other men are like, okay.
I mean, he said it himself, so at least he's aware.
And he's present.
Yep. I just can't believe that they have these old people sleeping in these bunk beds.
I know.
That's crazy. That seems like a liability coming out straight at them.
Yeah. I mean, they don't travel. They stay put. At least they like stay put. It's not like they're having them.
They have to travel just going to the bathroom.
I know. It's so funny because this is what happened the Golden Bachelor. They all complain about like going to the bathroom. They're like, I go to the bathroom like 4 times in the middle of the night. I'm like, what?
That's our future.
I know.
You just can't hold the bladder anymore.
I guess not.
No, you really can't. So then Jesse comes in and he's like trying to explain how like the show works. Basically, he's like, all right, so there's going to be one-on-one date and two group dates. And if you get the one-on-one, if you don't receive a rose, you'll be going home immediately. And poor Charles L, he's like, can you repeat that?
And then other guys were like, please repeat
it. Please, everybody. And honestly, I was like, wait, can you repeat that too? Because the way that Jesse said it, it made it sound like it was something different than normal.
Yeah, it was
like,
a little confusing. I was like, Jesse, you look amazing, but what are you saying?
He looked like Pepto-Bismol in that shirt.
But he looked good.
You always love that man.
I don't know. He looked really good this time. I was like, you look really.
That's because he had a fresh tan. He just got his spray tan. He just got spray tan.
His teeth look good. I was just like, damn,
he
Jesse.
Was reflecting.
He looked like extra good when he walked in with his Pepto-Bismol shirt.
Yeah.
He was serving. Group date.
It's prom night, baby. Ugh. Charles L., Gary, Mark, Jonathan, Bob, Keith, Guy, Jordan. They're all going to prom with Jen. Yes. I mean, not Jen. Sorry. Joan.
Ooh, Joan, Jen, Joey.
They're putting on their like
the J's.
What is that about?
Yeah. Joey, Jen. Wait.
Is this
Yeah, Joey, Jen, Joan.
Ooh. And no, it was Gary, not Jerry. Wouldn't that be funny?
Yeah, that would be crazy.
Anyway, so they're putting on these like 80s outfits, like Cute. They're going to prom back in the day. And Mr. Jonathan has a giant like Native American tattoo on him. And I'm like, oh, what's that about, Jonathan?
Jonathan
the way I'm in love with that man.
And it's his first prom. He never went to prom because the girl that he was going to go to prom with literally
stood him up.
And she canceled last minute, just like my date.
Yeah, I guess it didn't stand him up, but yeah. And I bet she is ruining the day. She really missed out. She's
probably dead.
Oh my god.
Who said that? She's not dead. I'm sorry.
Can't take her anywhere.
If she's dead, I feel so bad.
I'm hoping she's well.
I'm hoping she's well too. Oh god.
Anyway. They go to prom. Okay, I gotta talk about Joan's dress though. What was that? What was that, ABC? What did you put her in? That was a mini dress, and they said, "Oh, let's just tape some tulle around." I was like, "What is happening?" That was not pretty.
Not good.
And then Taylor Dayne. I had no idea who sang this. Tell it to my heart. I did not know she sang that song. I was like, who? I thought it was a black woman. I'll be honest. I thought a black woman sang that song.
No, she's definitely not black, but she was definitely very plastic. She was ready to go.
Yes. And she was singing that song. And then apparently Jordan went on a date with her 5 years ago.
That was funny.
And let me see. I don't know why I find Jordan so attractive.
That's Steve Martin.
I don't know why you're saying he's Steve Martin.
I don't know why. But can you
let us know if you think Jordan looks like Steve Martin, because
someone's got to see it.
He doesn't.
Someone's got to see Pink Panther. Noses? Put him in Pink Panther.
Why that specifically?
Because that's what I'm thinking about.
He's just wearing an investigation suit.
I know, but it's just that. It's just that.
All right. And they're all dancing on the dance floor. Guy's out here trying to break dance. He's on the floor.
Charles,
I'm like, oh my god,
is calling his daughter, being like, "I'm having the best time of my life."
Oh my god, he's so adorable.
I start crying when this man talks.
Adorable.
When he calls his daughter, "I'm having so much fun."
Yeah.
He said, "I'm having the most fun. I haven't felt this happy since, like, I haven't felt this happy in a very long time."
Yeah, he talks about his wife too, Joan, and her passing away, and how he's been alone.
You can tell he's probably not even in the space to be dating someone, but I think he's just happy to be around people that relate.
Don't say that. Just being happy to be around people.
Like he's just happy to be around people his age. He's just like, you can just tell he's just like really happy.
Yeah. Oh my god.
That's all he needs.
It's gonna be me.
It's community. It's community. Community is strong. It's not gonna be you. Stop that.
No, because I get so happy when I'm around people.
Yeah, everyone does.
But it's so lonely when you're not.
I know.
Oh,
I'm so lonely in my mansion.
My god.
As Doja Cat would say.
Can we just talk about Bob talking about? So he talks about his daughter and how she's a lesbian, and how he loves it. Yeah. Then for some reason he said like, and I'm at Thanksgiving and it's just it's a commune of lesbians. I'm just surrounded by 27 lesbians. I was like, 27?
Something about the lesbians.
What? Why do you have 27 lesbians at Thanksgiving just because your daughter's a lesbian? Huh? I missed something there.
Maybe I don't know, but the man is used to lesbians.
Yeah. And then Jonathan had his time with telling her about the girl that stood him up, and he never got to go to prom, and so Joan gives him the rose, and he's prom king, and
he's prom king.
Very sweet.
Very sweet.
Loved it. Then we go to a one-on-one, and it's Mr. Chalk. Mr. Chalk. I swear he looks like he needs to be like a host or something. I felt like he's like a what do you call those people that I don't know sports?
Is he
I don't
like
know.
A ref?
He's giving like the commentary people for like golf.
Okay,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I can see him saying something about the green in the par 4.
Okay.
And
he's par 4.
Yeah.
he's very, he's giving that energy. And also, the man is already in love with her.
Yeah, he is 10 toes down.
They go to Disneyland. Enough of the Disney.
Yeah, they had to do some Disney promo. You know how it goes.
Disney promo. I don't know. The one-on-ones are always really boring. Like, it was a fine time.
I know. It was really hard for me to get through. I think I watched it like 3 times.
It just was like, I mean, they had a good time. It was fine. They like talked. He kissed her. Like, they danced. They ate. They had a good time. Like,
she had to wear this blue dress in the nighttime portion. And I was like, this is chuggy. It was giving chuggy. It was like so on the nose. Like, oh, she's Cinderella. Put her in the blue dress.
Yeah.
The blue ball gown.
Kind of was like, okay, cool.
But he did talk about so he was married for like 10 years or something.
Mm-hmm.
Then they divorced. Then he met another woman and they had a great time together. But unfortunately, she had some health complications, glioblastoma, and, got sick and passed away, which is very sad. And he could relate with Joan because same thing happened in her situation. And and so he got a rose. They had the fireworks at the castle. They kissed.
Yeah, whatever.
There you have it.
Chop it all up.
Then it goes back to the house, and it has these men fixing the sink. They are doing repairs. They're
doing repairs to the Bachelor Mansion.
You know what? We don't need to hire a crew to do the repairs. We got these men here.
They're so bored.
They are cutting costs wherever they can.
I
ABC.
love. I mean, I said it last time. I was like, these men are just like, they don't know. Like, a lot of them have not seen the show, so they're just really in their authentic selves.
Exactly, they're just doing their dad things. Like, that's totally something my dad would do.
They're just doing dad stuff.
He's like, yeah, I guess I'll just fix the plumbing. Yeah. I'll just fix
my dad would never do that.
The draining of the pool. Oh, my dad
like,
loves
that is
to do
like a dad
like
move.
That.
That's a dad move.
Yeah.
Not my dad, but there's other dads out there that do that. My dad's like hiring someone to do it. It's like literally the light bulb is out.
Your dad is ABC hiring these men to fix
my
the house.
dad is on like Pascal's level.
True. Yeah.
But not like that much.
No.
Not me doing that to my dad. He's not that much. In the middle somewhere.
Yeah. So then they go to the second group date. It's a talent show. And I'll be honest, they kind of did a montage and I couldn't keep up with everyone who did what.
They were just kind of going with the what's his name? The one that got the rose?
We'll get there. I'm not there yet. Sorry.
But they kind of just like started with him being like, I'm nervous because my tremor's shakies.
Oh, I missed that totally.
Yeah, I forgot his name.
That is Dan.
Dan. So he's like, oh, I'm already like nervous for that. And then everyone's like, apparently like people were like ready for this date and people had already been like planning what they were going to do, which is funny.
Interesting.
Yeah. So when they get there, we have a comic there. I didn't know who
Lonnie
this was.
Love. I know her. I love her.
Great.
Because she did the show The Real Real.
Oh.
And that was with like Tamara.
Okay.
T and Tamara.
Yeah.
And what's her face from Tulsa? No, what's her face from the Cheetah Girls?
Yes.
Adriana?
What is her name?
Why am I blanking? Adrian.
Oh, you're talking about. I think I might. It starts with a B. Dated Rob Kardashian.
Yeah, Adrian Bylone Houghton, because she married this gospel singer, last name Houghton. Anyway, I used to watch it religiously. So yeah, I love Lonnie Love. She's a fun time, good time, and
she was funny commenting on Pascal's haircut.
Yeah. $175. Yeah, Pascal did a haircutting thing for his talent, which if you actually looked at it, it did not look good.
Yeah.
But maybe he was just showing off his trimming skills. I don't know.
Yeah.
Showing off the different techniques.
Yeah, he's a hairstylist. So funny.
So great. Christopher did some yo-yoing. Jack did sock puppets.
Yep.
Greg did some jokes. Charles punched a board.
Yep.
And then Dan, he has hand tremors and he did a ribbon dance. And it was cute. Oh my God, we didn't even talk about Kim. He sang an original song a cappella.
No, horrible.
I was like, what's happening?
Trash garbage.
And he came straight up to Jen and just sang it right in front of her.
And they kissed.
Oh, that's true. And then she chooses Dan with the hand tremors to get the alone time with her.
And he brought awareness to the tremors.
He did. It
was sweet.
It was very sweet. And he talked about, he was basically had like 6 months to live. His organs were failing. Like he found he had diabetes.
A lot of health issues.
Then he found out that his organs were failing, and then somehow he got his health back up and was able. And
if I was Joan, I'd be like, I don't know about you because you look like you're on your last limb.
It's a bit concerning, but I hope he's still well.
Yeah, I think I just texted Whitney. I was like, this man has too many health issues.
No I was like, what are you talking about? Because I stopped watching.
It's like, no offense, but this man's unwell.
Mm-hmm. But yeah,
should we talk about the barbecue?
But they got, instead of a cocktail party, they do a barbecue. A nice barbecue.
And this was the drama of the episode where like the men are all talking about how they do the barbecue. They're like, well, I usually do this and I cook my burgers like this and I don't put the sauce on like this. It's like they're all just like stubborn men that like always do the grilling. So it's like a bunch of that energy in this house, which was
too many cooks in the kitchen.
Because I know if my dad was in that scenario, he would be fucking pissed. It has to be done a certain way. Like there's dads like that, like, or like my dad.
That's his shtick. My dad's fixing things. Your dad's trying to cook.
My dad, literally, if something is made by someone else, like it can only be me. Like really, like no one else. Like it's really, he's very. Just things have to be done a very certain way.
I've never seen anyone put barbecue sauce on their hamburger patties while they're cooking. Grilling.
That wasn't interesting. I'm sure it was good.
It sounds good. I might tell someone else to do that for me.
I like my meat mooing still. That's like something my dad would say.
Oh my God. Yeah. I was like, yeah. Besides that.
Jack talks.
Why did I write?
Jack's like, I already talked to her, so now I can get in the pool. And he's just doing like cannonballs. I'm like, what is happening?
Just doing cannonballs. This man is just here for a good time, not a long time.
Nope.
And that was clear.
That was clear.
Pascal is showing off his room to Joan, showing off his closet and his designer.
He's like, there's my Gucci, there's my Chanel.
Oh, and then they showed Gil, which I forgot to talk about at the top of the episode. We got to get into Mr. Gil. We can talk to it a little bit now. So basically, there were like rumors about him getting a restraining order from his ex-girlfriend, and it was confirmed by People magazine. 3 months ago, he got a restraining order from his ex-girlfriend for harassment and emotional abuse. And someone, they didn't really say who the source was, but someone supposedly from ABC commented and said that the restraining order was obtained after their background checks and everything had already gone through, after their heavy background checks that they did.
Yeah, right.
And so that because now that this has come out, they've edited his appearances down.
Yeah.
And he won't be used in like promotional content anymore, supposedly. But yeah, he still had this moment where he got to tell his sob story. Sorry not to call it a sob story, but he told his story about his wife.
His wife.
Is that what it was? Wasn't paying attention.
I think that content is always good to see because that's like a lot of these men have gone through that.
Absolutely.
And Joan has. So it's like, and Gary did. And like most people who are dating at that age, it's usually a death, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But another thing to piggyback off the Gil content, not only was the restraining order came up, there's like
a TikTok.
He just like, I don't think he was a good person in general because he was a coach at softball coach at some high school. And he was just like really awful to one of the girls. And she's like coming forward. She was like, I'm so glad that this man is being exposed. Like he was so mean to me. And like now he's just being exposed for the person that he really is. So I'm like, ooh.
Rough city for that guy.
Yeah, it seems like he had not just that tea. Usually when someone has like something like that, they're not a good person in general.
No, I mean,
because like what person would do? You're not a good person that does that.
She was like, he like kept contacting her, like calling her and texting her like 25 times, and then reaching out to like family and friends of hers.
Weird.
Like that's crazy.
It's giving Devin Strader.
Indeed. Oh my God. And then Joan, getting away from Gil, Joan talks to Gary. Gary is he's just having a good old fun time.
But this was a producer
definitely moment. This was like a producer moment. Maybe she asked to put it in a frame, but she gives a picture of him and her from the prom. And it's like this big framed photo of them together, and Gary is literally crying.
I mean, he's crying. He's like holding it. He's like panning to him, and he's like walking around the mansion just like holding the picture and looking at it and crying. And I'm like,
oh my God.
I'm like, Joan's about to break this man's soul. Him and Chalk, they're gonna be unwell. Their hearts are gonna be broken.
Yeah.
But it's so obvious. Anytime a lead gives a gift this early on, it's 100% producer motivated.
Yeah.
100%. Because people are gonna know that everyone's gonna love Gary. How can you not love Gary? So they're just like, Joan, come on, we made this. Go give it to him. What'd she do? She got in a car and went to
Walgreens,
Staples, Walgreens, CVS, and got it framed. Yeah.
Oh
That's what I
gosh.
thought.
Yeah. Then Mr. Kim, that sang his original song.
Captain Kim
shared pics of his late wife that passed away. And yeah.
Yeah. That's that.
There's that. Then it goes to the moment that we had in the beginning of the episode, and it shows Mark saying some German phrases to Joan, and she had to figure out what they were. And he's like, says the one that's about if I can kiss you, which is always that question. Like, do you enjoy when men ask to kiss, or should they just kiss? But I guess if it's a bit, then it's fine. I don't know.
Sure.
It was still a bit cringelina, but like,
I've never had someone ask me to kiss me. I've never had that happen.
Yeah, no, me either.
Shut up.
It's just been I'm going to kiss you now.
Okay, well, that's the same thing.
Yeah, so he got to kiss her, and they kept kissing with the one kiss. And he was like...
Ugh. Why did that cringe me out? I was like, they're not going to be together. They're just
I don't know why you keep thinking that.
They're not.
I definitely think he's going to go far. He's going to be in the top 4. I
think he's going to almost be the top 4, but not quite.
He's top 4. Oh my God. Okay, so then we get to the rose ceremony, and who goes home? It's Jack, Michael, Bob, and Christopher. Mr. Jack with his salmon suit with his cannonballs. He came in singing My Way, and he's leaving singing My Way.
Singing My Way, and then what's his name?
Mr. Christopher, as Jack is singing My Way, Mr. Christopher comes in, tries to he just starts sing along with him.
He doesn't know the words, so he's just like humming and looking at him, and then he's like, My way. And they just sing together, and I was just like...
Jack was like, why did you steal my moment?
And I was like, and that's about that. And it was just like, literally like recapping, and it was like showing all the men's faces. I was like, this is so unserious.
This whole
and then
thing.
Of course we have the teaser for next week and kind of like the whole season.
I wasn't paying attention. Really. I just see them trying to do sports, and those hips ain't moving like they used to.
Someone took a hit on the floor too. I was like, geez. So that's probably to come in the next. Well, they did the pickleball last for Gary's season, so now we have like the kickball for the men. Doesn't look like Joan's playing, so she's probably just watching. It's their version of like the football episode.
Yes.
So that's gonna be happening. We still have the teaser of Joan being like, I don't know if my person is here. Or like, I don't know if I can get there. And then Gary comes in.
Gary comes out in his Muppet voice. Are you sure? Do you think your person is here?
Yeah. And I'm like, okay, Gary, shut the fuck up. And that's what we have. So next week, we'll be obviously talking about week 3, Dancing with the Stars. We're going to have to like postpone, obviously, because there's going to be no episode. But there will be a double episode the next week. Oh, and of course, I'm going to be out of town for all this.
Oh, gosh.
I know it's gonna be crazy, but we're gonna make it all work. It's gonna be great. Yeah, and we'll talk about we'll
see what comes up in our life as well.
Yeah,
hopefully we have pastures on their way.
We have a kind of fun Friday plan.
We sure do. We're gonna see a show tomorrow, Forbidden Broadway.
I keep forgetting it's tomorrow.
Off Broadway.
Yeah, we're gonna go.
I can't wait.
Kayla and I have been trying out different places where there's a bunch of like places that say they have the best penne alla vodka, or just vodka sauce, I really should just say. So we are literally doing like a tour of all the said best places for vodka sauce. And we're going to stop number 2. Whitney's going to join us with her friend.
I love vodka sauce.
I know, we already went to Emilio's. Guys, Emilio's is crazy. I know you have to wait like an hour to get in. It's like almost really not worth it, but it really is worth it. That and Carbone is going to be like impossible to get in. But, we're going to try our best. And we are really excited for place number 2. And Whitney's going to be joining us for it.
I'm so excited now.
That's Kayla and I are really excited to hit all these places. It's like our goal for the...
That's so funny. Hopefully we shall have stories to tell.
Hopefully. And that's really all we got. So you know what to do. Like, subscribe, share. And
support the pod. And we'll hear from you. You'll hear from us. We'll see you in our heads.
And our dreams. Next week.
Next week.
Bye.
Bye.